All right. What's going on, everyone? I've never clicked this fast. Welcome, Tom. Welcome. Sorry, I was just slouched over there. I had started the live, and I don't know how I did it, and I did it wrong, and I had to delete it off the channel. It was like 3 seconds live, but it was like the camera was like up in my face like this. So I didn't really want that on the channel, so I had to delete that. So yeah, I was deleting that there. But yeah, we're gonna do a little live today. This is great. You can see the chat. Hopefully you guys can hear me fine when people start coming in here. Yeah, thanks for stopping by, Tom. Mr. Tom Smith. Woo. For people that will watch this on playback or like once it's live, Happy New Year. I think it's like January 11th today. So it's nice to get into 2025. And yeah, I'm back at school here. It's good. We're gonna start our pre-season here in like a couple days. On Monday, that's when that will start. Today is, I just said January 11th. And it's a Saturday, so it's going to be in full force there in a few days as well. Yeah, just going to string my racket up for practice, so which would be in a couple days. So where's everybody tuning in from? I know it's relatively early here, so I see that there's a few people on here right now. So people, what's going on? How are we doing today? We good? It's a nice Saturday morning, or I guess not morning anymore, afternoon, here in Manchester, New Hampshire. It's actually snowing here today. I don't know what it's actually doing at home. Normally if it's snowing here, it's colder and snowing at home for me. But it's funny because whenever it snows here, since we have like a pretty large international campus, everybody thinks it's like the greatest thing ever. They think it's like, oh my God, it's so much snow, and oh my God, it's so cold. When for me, it's just like, nothing. Like, I'm just so over and done with snow. Like, all my life I've played tennis in the snowbanks, guys. And for those that don't know, I am Canadian, so I get a full winter every year, or ever since I was young. I have a semi-western one-hander, but don't move like Dimitra. So I'm thinking about switching to an Eastern. Whoa! Changing grips is like a big thing. I don't know if like changing your grip is gonna like solve your movement though. Like that's, I mean, you can always work on your movement, you know. There's plenty of drills you can do to work on your movement. You can play more matches. You can do hitting more. You can even, like I said, do drills. Whether that's like even hand basket feeding to like really work on some finer things there. And if you already have like a good forehand, then I wouldn't change it if I were you. But I mean, you can always tinker with a grip. That's a really big change though. Like I would only change grips. Like I actually tried hitting some Eastern forehands like in the fall a little bit. And I can do it, but it doesn't feel that great. I just have never hit the ball like that before. Or I should say, I've never hit the ball as well like that before. But yeah, it's always worth a try. just like a racket, always worth a demo, always worth a go. Alright, get the correct poundage, we're ready to go. What's up, Fato Express? Welcome, my man. Yeah, guys, as you can see by the title, I am in a shoe dilemma, okay? I don't know how much everybody knows about shoes, but I'm struggling right now. I've played with the Gel Res 9 for the last little while. Before that, I played with, I'm going to have to restart that. Before that, I played with the Vapor Pro, and I love that, and then they came out with this silly new one, which sucked in my opinion. So then I found the Gel Res 9, which I really do like. I actually arguably like it more than the Vapor Pro. And then, now they're gonna discontinue the Gel Res. I'm like, are we for real? And they're coming out with the X, which I might make a video about, we'll see. And I've been hearing from some people and reading some things, and I'm not too excited about it. They're making it heavier, they're making the medial side of the shoe thicker and higher, it's more like a high top. And I'm like, okay. I don't know if that's for Cade, but yeah, I don't know what shoe I'm gonna get, because I need to buy shoes. And I just ordered the Court FF, which is like the Novak shoe. And I hate it. I hate it so much. So many people love Set shoe, but let me tell you, I did not like it. And like I think so many people, I was thinking about maybe I should say something about it or make a review about it, but I mean, rackets are one thing to talk about and tell people about, but like shoes are very different. Like everybody has different feet, so I'm not an expert really. I only do the occasional shoe review anyway. But let me tell you, for my foot and my game, that shoe was garbage. So, what's the best TO for juniors? I don't know what you mean by that. The best what? What's TO? T-I-O, the best TO. What are we talking about? Backhands? Oh, you're talking about one-handers, Tom. Apologies. Apologies. I thought you were talking about your forehand. My bad. Let me get a racket. So you would have an Eastern, and you want to go. Oh, you have a semi-Western. Oh shit. Yeah, no, I would recommend going to an Eastern. I personally couldn't hit a semi-Western one-hander. I feel like I'd break my wrist. But that's just me. I would give. I would give the Eastern a go. And you can always go back, right? Sorry, I thought you were talking about forehands. My bad. The new Vapor 12 looks like it's molded more from the 9.5X as to the closest I found it. I agree. I saw those, but like, I get deals on shoes from our school, but like still, like, even with a deal, those shoes are going to be kind of expensive, and I can't get them like in this moment. So I might have to hold off. Like, I need shoes for like this moment. I need shoes for Monday, and I'm not going to get them by Monday. I'm just going to have to keep wearing the old shoes that I've been wearing, like the Gel Res. But like, they're only going to last me for like a few more days. So I need to have shoes ready to go. And I was thinking like, oh, should I get the Cybersonics? Like, they updated those, they don't look too bad. But like, I didn't like, I mean, I actually did a review on the original ones, and at the time I liked them. And then after some more demoing, they were good, but like for match play and stuff, I was like a little tentative to wear them. I'm extremely shoe sensitive. And like, once again, that's why I don't make a lot of shoe videos either. because my feet are so sensitive, so it's like unfair for me to do that. And also like Product Zach like destroys the market for reviews and shoes. So like, why would I even do that, you know? He just does such a good job. I can't decide which racket to play. 198, 100 less mistakes, but it is a bit cumbersome. 98 more attacking tennis, but more mistakes. What do you think? Well, it depends on your level to a degree, but like I would try whatever rackets you're thinking about getting. Like, okay, here's a kid, or not a kid, one of my teammates. This is his Speed MP, okay? It's a 100 square inch. Like, just because you play 100 square inch doesn't mean you're a bad tennis player, doesn't mean you are beginning, doesn't mean anything. Rafa Nadal played 100 square inches, you know? So I don't want you to think that, oh, if I get a 98, I need to play like this, or these things, you know? I think you should try whatever rackets you have on your mind, and if the 98 feels better, then you go with the 98. If the 100 feels better, then you can go for the 100. Of course, with the 100, you might get a little bit more power. There's a bigger sweet spot, but with 100 square inches, there's more power. Maybe there's more mistakes, but like by a very small margin, you know? So just try them out, and then you can kind of go from there, but I wouldn't get too much in your head about all that stuff. At the end of the day, it's really not that crazy, especially if you're like intermediate. And like I said, good players use 100 square inch rackets too. Do you know a type of foot you have? I think I have like, this sounds horrible, a very regular foot. Like, not super wide, I like to have a wider toe box, just because I like for my foot to be able to like splay. And I think I have like a medium arch, like not too high, but not flat either. But when I was a kid, I used to have like a ball of foot pain a lot. But then like that was an injury, and like it's been gone for years. So yeah, back to my point. I liked the Cybersonics, but it wasn't enough for me to maybe go for it. But then I was reading more about the new ones, and I was like, oh, maybe I'd give them a go again. But then I was like, I don't know, like, if I didn't want to wear the first edition ones in a match, there's a chance I'm not going to want to wear those ones. And like, I want to make sure I buy a shoe here that's like, you know, on it. So then I was like, maybe I go with the Ubersonics, the new ones. I did used to wear those for a little bit of time in my junior days, and some in like my freshman year of college. Do you know something about the release date of Radical 25? I use the Radical 23MP, and I love it. Ice cream with Headlinks Tour 125 with 55 pounds. It's amazing. How's the 25? Did you try it? I did not try it yet. I will say, right now, it might seem like I'm a little behind. If you like look at the videos on our channel in the last month, there hasn't been a lot of reviews. That's because I didn't get like my stock yet. Or like I don't know what you call that. I haven't gotten the orders in really. Like some stuff is really back ordered, and like the people who I work with who give me rackets to demo and stuff, everybody's just a little bit behind right now, which is fine. So I'm gonna have a lot of reviews probably come out all at the same time. So like Pure Drives and E-Zones and Gravities and maybe the Radical. But I guess to answer your question, the Radical is not officially released, I don't think. I could be wrong, but let me check. I haven't really been following reviews too, like a ton. You might be able to like pre-order it on Tennis Warehouse though. You, in fact, cannot pre-order the Radical anywhere right now. So yeah, it's definitely coming out soon. Probably, my guess is around March, February, end of February. Maybe you can pre-order it. So we'll see. But yeah, it's coming out, and it'll probably play pretty similar, I'm guessing, to the last one. Normally from year to year, rackets don't change that much. Most times it's the paint job, maybe a couple little minor techie things here or there. But then sometimes they do make some changes. Maybe it's a string bed thing, maybe it's a head shape thing, maybe it's a material thing, whatever. Sometimes it's grommets, all these other things. So we shall see when it comes to the radical. For me, it's always dependent on your preferred play style and how you swing, but at least for me, since I grew up using small head size rackets, first being Pro Staff 85, K Factor 90, RF 97, I have always preferred smaller racket heads. Huh. Yeah, I've never actually tried, actually that's a lie. I did try, like for fun, like this was like maybe 5 years ago, 6 years, no, 5 years ago. Like one of my coaches had like a Pro Staff 85, and we would do like fun drills with it once in a while. For me, like hitting with that racket, like I was also like a junior then, I could barely like get it over the net. Because like one, I was like little, and two, like that racket's really hard to play with. So it was kind of funny. Those rackets are fun to play with, but like for me, like also not really fun to play with. Like they're fun to play with, not to like actually play. Like if I was gonna go coach or something, yeah, I would love to have that racket in my hand. But if I'm going to like actually go out for a hit with somebody, or I was even giving a lesson where I actually had to try, I would really not like using that racket. Or rackets like that, whether it's like a PT57A or something like that, like pro stocky rackets that are older, like wow, I would need a little extra help. We have a small crew on here today, actually. I'm surprised. It's a Saturday. But while you're on here, there's not many of you. That's all right. We have just started a new community. So whether you're watching this on your computer, or if you have an Android device, I think on Apple devices, for some reason, the community thing doesn't work when you're on your smartphone, I don't think. You can see the join button to join our community, to have some extras on the channel. So this is where we're going to be doing some extra things. You guys can read about it. Click the join button and you can learn a little bit more. It's like a little membership, but we've just launched this. So if you guys are interested, check it out. It's a way to support the channel as well. We're going to have like a Discord and stuff, which will be really cool. Something we've always wanted to do, but just never, like, to be honest, had the time to like think it out, plan it out. What are we going to do? But it's like a great way for us to be more in touch with you guys, and for you guys to get to know me better and follow me along. And of course, like the whole goal of it is to just improve in tennis. Share your struggles, share what's working for you. I'm going to be sharing a lot in there as well. Yeah, whether this is tactics, technique, reviews. Of course, one thing about like the perks of being part of the community, like you'll have early access to everything. So like if I made a video with the head radical, everybody in the community would receive that video much earlier than like a normal person would if they were subbed to the channel, you know. So yeah, check that out if you're interested. We have 3 different tiers. We have add in. So the community is called add in. Add in 500, add in 1000 and then add in slam. And add in basically, why do we call it add in? Just because if you're add in, which means you have game point, it means you're at an advantage in the game. So we want you to be at an advantage on the tennis court. Like I said, whether that's tactics, technique, footwork, gear, we want you to feel ready on the court, guys. We want you to feel ready. And it's fun. Little chat in there on the Discord. Like I said, we just launched it. So check that out if you're interested. And of course, like and subscribe as always. Like and subscribe. So guys, it's crazy. I've been doing this, like I've been uploading on YouTube like pretty hardcore ever since like I came to school, which is now like almost 4 years. Which is hard to believe. Time's going by quickly. And this is it for me. This is my last semester at school.
About customization, I like head heavy, like 3 millimeters to bring the ball down in the closing phase, but when I put lead on the tip, it makes the racket slow for hitting in front. I have tried heavier strings, but I haven't found the proper one.
Yeah, customization is always a tough one. Everybody's so personal, right? So that's why when you try things out, you gotta be attention to detail, but like if you get a recommendation from like the coach or something and then you don't really like it, like that's okay. I feel like that's a big thing. Like coaches would tell people to do certain things with a racket and they always have great intentions most of the time, or customize a racket X, Y, and Z way. But really it's just like for the player it might not feel good and they don't really know any better. So like, it's actually really important to like be more educated on that topic. You know, what is lead tape? Where do I put it? How can I customize a racket? What is swing weight? What is weight? What is balance? Do these things affect certain things? Yes, they do. A lot of people, like I would say, majority of tennis players don't know about these things, right? And for beginners and stuff, I feel like they're getting really caught up in it. You know, beginners aren't good enough for customization to mean anything. If you've been playing tennis for 1 year and you're talking about, oh, I should get this racket because it offers this, and you just need to work on putting the ball on the court first, you know? And like that might sound harsh, but it's just true. But once you get the hang of it, you're playing a lot, there's definitely going to be certain rackets that will work better for you than others, etc. But then what the problem is they get to a certain point and all they worry about is their racket. And all they worry about is their string. And then they like actually think that rackets and string is like the main driver for development, which is not true. There's so many people and so many comments out there from the same people that I feel like that's all they think about is like rackets and stuff. And like there are people that want to get better. But like people, I don't know, all they want to think about is the racket stuff, which is fine. But at the end of the day, that's not what is going to make you a better tennis player exponentially.
What are my plans post-graduation? Great question. Oh, I also missed a couple comments up here. My bad, guys, my bad. I'm stringing with 50 pounds. How's the restring string testing going? Possibly dethroning the tour line setup. Yeah, maybe. I've been playing with this one for a few weeks. It's good. Now it's just going to be the ultimate test before these preseason weeks, if I will continue to use it or not. I like it so far, we'll see. But if you guys want to pick up Restring or Shoreline, check out our affiliate links. It helps the channel and it helps you get a discount. But honestly, like Restring Sync is actually really good. I've kind of found the sweet spot for it. I think that, well, obviously this is my opinion, but like higher tensions with Restring Sync is going to be really tough on your arm. It's going to be extremely control based. Of course, if it's in a pure drive or a pure arrow, maybe you can put it at a higher tension if it doesn't destroy your arm. But at lower tensions, it plays really good. Like in my low tension video, I played it with 44 pounds. Like it was so fun to play at a low tension. I think like right now, like I've been playing with my tension a lot recently. Like today I'm stringing 50. Anything that's like 51 and below, I think Restring Sync is really shining with. That's right in its wheelhouse. But for me, I'm not going to string any higher with this string because I feel like you don't really get the benefits of it for me. Like I like to still have some pop with the looser string bed, and once I get above like that 50, 52 area with a string like this, I feel like it doesn't work as well for me. So then that's where I like the Tourline setup for me. Like I love Tourline strings anywhere from like 52 to 55 because they're a little bit more elasticity or a little bit more elasticy. They offer more free power, so that's why you string them a tiny bit tighter. But yeah, both are great. Both are great. So yeah, my plans after school. My bad. So what are we right now? We're January 11th. Gonna finish out this year, of course. Guys, I graduated my undergrad in December, if you can believe that. So 1 degree's done. And I had started my master's last year. So I was doing 2 at the same time, which was kind of a grind, but it's okay. And I'm gonna graduate with my master's in early summer. So I will finish up all the schooling probably for the rest of my life, which is kind of amazing. My plan is to do a little bit of traveling. You know, I've been focused on tennis all of my life, and I love doing this for you guys, and I'll continue to do this for you guys, but I'm gonna take probably a couple week break from tennis and go on like a trip somewhere. Probably to go visit my friends that I've met over the last 4 years in Europe. That's the plan right now. Do that for a couple weeks. Then I'm going to come back to Canada, not to the US. And I'm going to work at home in the summer. Unlike the pro at my club where my dad's the director. So we work there. And that's really fun. I get to work with the kids. I have some good friends that work at the club too, so we have a great time. Love helping out my community. And then, yeah, I'll get to do that for the full summer and probably part of the fall, which is really nice because in the past, you know, well, really my whole life, the end of the summer period and the fall has been like spotty for me. Like I can't work then, gotta come back to school. Or I'm in high school and I'm in school the whole day. Where now it will be like the first time where I get to like kind of be free in that time of the year and still work. So I'm gonna work then too. But then once, you know, late September hits, October, then it's gonna be time to kind of get on my horse again. And I would either like to be living in West Palm Beach or Montreal. Because I think I'll have some opportunities there for tennis, to play, to work, to coach, mostly to play and to make content for you guys is like my goals for now. Really want to see if I can grow the channel. Like to be honest with you guys, how many people do we have on right now? Not many probably. 10. For the 10 people that are watching, I really love making content for the channel. Like I wouldn't do it if I didn't like it. So I've been making content on this channel
while doing 2 degrees in the last 4 years, like, and playing tennis and having a life. So like, to be honest, I haven't had a ton of time to actually go full with the channel. And I think if I have this period of time for like the next 2 years where I can go like full with the channel and full with my tennis, like it will be so fun. And I'm just excited to see where that goes. Like all these other YouTubers, like you have Karu and Tennis Nerd, Tennis Brothers, all these guys, like this is what they do, like even like Product Zach who we were talking about earlier. I don't know if he's still like a doctor and stuff because his YouTube channel took off. Or even like even Beckett, like I don't know what Beckett actually does for work or if he's still working, or a lot of these guys that have over the 10K sub marker, they're able to put like a ton of time into their channel. Where me, I'm like, I go to school, like there's actually like barely any college tennis YouTubers to my knowledge, There used to be the Tennis Dream, and then he stopped, and he was like the pioneer of tennis YouTube in college, and then like nobody else really like came along, I don't think, until me for like college tennis stuff. But anyway, to get to my point, gonna continue doing this, gonna continue playing tennis, and yeah, we're gonna see where it takes me. But yeah, I'm actually really excited for what's to come. I was a little sad like before Christmas, being somewhere for 4 years, you meet a lot of people, it's a great experience, got a ton of friends here, but like, it's also like time to move on and like time for change, and that's okay too. Like, of course I'll be really sad to leave, but like, there's other exciting things, So I am excited for the future. So I hope that gave you a great answer, or the answer you were looking for. The tension that I'm using today is 50. In the past, I've played with anywhere between 44 and 55. Never gone higher than 55, never gone lower than 44, ever in my life, I don't think. I'm currently debating putting Lynx Tour 125 mains with restring 6120 across my pre-release Gravity Tour 98. Any other strings you'd think I should try? Gravity Tour, I think that's an 1820. Is it still an 1820? That's really bad that I don't know that. But you could try some tour line stuff, but if it's the 1820, I don't know if I would play super stiff strings. For me, like I would never put restring 17 gauge in, like for me, I would never put it in an 1820 because a control string and a control bed equals short balls for me. Like I have a harder time getting depth, getting height, getting a good launch. That's why I like to play like a restring sink in here at like a medium tension on a spin power-ish frame. Spin power control frame, really, like the Extreme Pro is just so good. But honestly, maybe like a tour line setup would actually work well. I personally like sink way more than zero. Zero is just not made for me. I think it's more made for club players that want a string that's super durable and kind of checks the boxes for them. But honestly, I would actually try some tour line strings because they might give you a different look or different feel compared to that setup that you would get. You could try both of them and then just go for it. Oh yeah, the legend. If you want to go full send with YouTube, I think Luca and I would be pretty stoked to do stuff with you here in Vancouver. Yes, sir. Guys, that's my boy Beckett. Everybody say hi to Beckett. Yeah, I know, I really want to. Like, I have to. Like, I can't not. I love it. I really actually do like doing it. I really feel like I haven't, like I was saying earlier, like, I go to school, I play tennis here, I have friends, I have a job. Like,
I work as an RA on campus, which like takes a lot of my time as well. So like I have not really had the time to go full with YouTube really at all. And that's why my dad helps me out occasionally. Well, I shouldn't say occasionally, he helps me out a lot. But yeah, it would be so fun to have that opportunity to just be like, this is what we're doing. It'd be really fun to like travel around and like play guys as well. Like really do some fun collabs with Beckett again. And Luca, of course. But yeah, it's time too to do more like YouTubers collabing with YouTubers. Like, I don't know if you guys saw, but Beckett had that cool chance to go to Tennis Warehouse and meet all those guys there and have a good time. Like, that's awesome. That's the way it should be, you know? I think the tennis YouTube space has so many fun and different personalities that like when there's videos of all of us together, it's like, I think it's so awesome. Like seeing everybody just in that like Tennis Warehouse bit is just epic, you know? And I always thought that having like a YouTuber tournament or like a YouTuber something or like, I don't know, something, it could even be like predicting like ATP stuff or like for Grand Slams or something. Everybody submits their picks or something. I don't know, like something stupid, like it would be fun, even those things. What opportunities are in West Palm? The ones I can think of are in Boca del Rey. Yes, so you're right. I have a small little connection in Wellington or West Palm area there. Don't know if I'll be able to do it. I would really like to. I would have to like actually like see if I can work at this club, but it's a beautiful, beautiful area and like the money is like really good. And the people there are really nice. And the reason why I kind of have that little mini connection is because one of my teammates lives there and his dad works there. That's his dad is the guy that I did the videos. He's Tommy Haas's coach, so it's nice to have that connection. He's a great guy. But then the Montreal connection would be cool too because like my strength and conditioning coach lives in Montreal and like he's a really good coach as well, like he does both. So I think being able to like live in that area, work with him, do content together would be fun as well. But yeah, like I was always thinking like, what way do I want to take the channel when I have it full? Like of course I want to play tennis and like try to keep getting better here with like futures and stuff. So like I will be taking you on that journey. But of course I do know that people like to watch the racket reviews. So like it's kind of like, do I do all of it? Do I really stick to one? But our audience is like extremely diverse. Like whenever we put polls out, like some people are like, tell me about tactics and like stuff that you're doing on court to win matches at school. And like, I don't mind making videos about that either. But then you have like the racket nerds that like really want to know every last thing about like my racket, like right now. And like, why are you changing 1 pound of attention and like all these things. And like, I don't mind talking about that either, but I guess that's why maybe I'll just kind of I'll continue to do a little bit of everything, but I do feel like picking one and really going for one, maybe there's more room for growth there, I don't know. Like if you think about Tennis Brothers, like he's not really talking about rackets, you know? He's going like full content, I'm gonna bring you here, I'm gonna show you this match, highlights this, I hit with so-and-so. Where like, I haven't had the time to do those types of videos either, so that's why I'm wondering if like our audience would enjoy those types of videos. I don't know. Maybe they would, maybe they wouldn't. But that's why I'm excited, like after this part of my life, like when it comes to an end, I'm gonna have that time to really figure that out. Sweet. You guys, we're almost done here. Always a pleasure to hang out in the lives with you guys. Yeah, guys. Gonna be wrapping up here. Guys, don't forget to check out the YouTube community, our new community. We just started it. It'll be fun to do some stuff in there. Show you some behind the scenes as well. Into my tennis life. All that good stuff. And there's Mr. Rich himself. Guys, Rich is actually a member. Y'all gotta be like Rich. Rich says, hey, just joined, sorry. If I already went over this, but which ASICs were you rocking in practice the other day? Oh my God, yes. I was just ranting about the ASICs like 30 minutes ago. Maybe not that long ago. How long have we been on here for? Like maybe, yeah, about 30 minutes ago probably. And I did not have the X's on. I had the Court FF3s, and I was saying that I hated them. Like, wow. And I basically, I didn't like them. I'm never gonna make really shoe reviews. Like, I'll do the occasional one. Like, I know I might make a review on the X's, but I did not have those ones on. Those ones look not bad. I don't know if they're going to meet the needs that I want. Like, I really love the Gel Res 9s. These ones seem a little bit different, so we'll see. But yeah, they're getting lots of hype. And yeah, no, it was the Court FF3s that I had on. I did not like those. Did not like those. I know a lot of people love them, but they really felt bulky, like really bulky. So that's just me. But yeah, that's sweet that you picked up some of those Gel Res 10s. I'm trying to get a summer job at a club in Jupiter, Florida. Not for any specific role. Any advice? Yeah, it's just about, I would say just network, you know, like if you already know people there, ask around. Like that's kind of how I'm doing it. I'm lucky because I have like the networking opportunity here at school. So I know people. Like I called the other day with one of my old teammates, like he's living in Germany right now, and like he was like, maybe you should come play club tennis with me in Germany. So like that's also on my mind. Like, do I want to do that? I don't know. Like, I also know that this is probably gonna be like my last summer at home for a long time, so I might want to enjoy that. But also got to take opportunities where they are. But yeah. If you know people in the area, reach out. Also, don't be afraid to like email people. If you see somebody's email on a website at a club, email them. See if they're like have any open jobs or anything, summer jobs. Of course, at certain clubs, you're gonna need to have like certain certifications. So I would be aware of that. Unless you're like some clubs will hire if you have like a certain level of experience as a player, but a lot of clubs really look for like certifications now too. At least in Canada they do. I don't know what it's really like in the US, but people are throwing in the comments. Gravity Tour is not 100-inch 1820 anymore. Well, there you go. See, that proves my point. I'm getting a little rusty on my racket specs. Then you can scrap what I said. Honestly, good call on them changing that. I actually never played with the Tour one. Or, yeah. For a while they had a version that was only available like in Europe too. What's your favorite Tour line string combo? Oh, by far Caviar and Super Toro, like by a long shot. I think the K Pro and K Pop is like not far behind it for like a combo. And it's so funny because like my favorite setup is like they don't even sell that as a setup. It was just so random. Like one day I was like, I really like my Super Toro. Like I still have tons of that string, and that's also just a great setup. Like I really like it. Like probably one of my more favorite setups of all time. And then I was like, I kind of want to stiffen it up with a Tourline string to see how it plays. So then I just put Caviar in the main to stiffen it up, and it played really good. I liked it, so yeah. I'm kind of weird though, like I'll just throw a string in with another string sometimes to see how it is. Sometimes it's super shit. Other times it's better. But that's kind of how, sometimes that's how you have to try. The new X has the same tooling as the FF3, so they have the same form factor. Yeah, on the medial side, I saw that. I don't know how I feel about that. I know that you wore the Coco shoes for a while though, so you might like that feel. But for me, like, come on, I don't know. I've never worn like higher top tennis shoes before. I don't know how that would feel, and it definitely adds weight. Like, I looked that up this morning, it was like 16.1 ounces for a size 10. That's even heavier than what the FF3, I think it was like 15.8 ounces for a size 10 and a half. I was like, oh my God. So if I can't wear the Court FF3, then I don't think I could wear the Gel Res 10. And like, it looks like what they're going for, it looks like a Barricade a little bit, but like way more, there's more to it. And the Barricade would be lighter, or the old ones would be lighter too, and I used to really wear those a lot. Hello everyone, what's up, No? Hello everyone. Yeah, no, the clunk is just not it. It is not it. Even like I did like I don't know if people remember, but I did like a video last year. It was like the GP series, and like when shoes have like, is there any tennis shoes in our room right now? Oh yeah, I have like my older worn out gel reses here. When shoes have like a heel stack, like a lot here in the forefoot, I literally cannot play in them. I can't move. I feel fat. Like no, it's never gonna work. I have a really hard time moving laterally with like a lot of foam in the forefoot. I have this feeling of like, it's not stable. I feel like I'm gonna roll my ankle. Oh, I forgot my shake. I feel like I'm gonna roll my ankle. So like that's why I really loved like the old Vapor Pros, where like these gel reses are solid. The Barricades were pretty good. The new Res X's, like the way they will be on the ground, I think I would like, but I think they would just be too heavy. The heel stack and the forefoot stack of foam in the FF3s is a little higher, and that's why I don't think I loved it. It's all, for me, it's like that happy medium, because I know that like in the Cybersonics, it was super close to being a good fit, but it wasn't good enough. Where I think what I'm gonna do is I'm actually gonna get the new Ubersonic 5s. I'm not like a crazy hardcore slider though, so I don't think I'll wear the medial side. But like I know like the shock could maybe not be amazing, but like I do have good footwork and I move around fine. So as far as like leg strength, I'll be fine there. But yeah, shoes are a tough one for me. I feel like a lot of people can just slide on whatever shoes they want, but not for me. They seem a little higher off the ground than the 8s I was using. Yeah, honestly, I think you'll actually enjoy them, Rich. You'll probably feel really locked down in them. I think a lot of people are going to love them. I think the high top thing, a lot of people are going to enjoy it. It's just, for me, it's just not my vibe, really. I did hear that as well about the K-Swiss. And like one thing that Jonas does such a good job at is this guy is so on it with the racket changes and the shoe changes and the clothing changes.
Like I saw that Tiafoe's now wearing Lululemon, which is like really surprised with that one. It looks good on him. Like I thought this was one of the guys, like one of these American guys that was just like Nike for life. Like you just know when you see Nike on something, like Carlos is just gonna wear Nike forever. And I thought, Francis would be a Nike forever guy as well, but I was wrong. Head Revolt Pro are very nice. I've had them on my feet before, but I never played with them. Those for me also felt a little bottom heavy, just like walking around. What's that other shoe that Head has that I had to play with for like a set one day because like I just couldn't get any Vapor Pros in on time. Not the Revolt, but Sprint 3.5. Whoa, not that great. Definitely light and moved well, but did not feel very stable. Felt like I was gonna like break my legs. But anyway, guys, thanks for stopping by. We got like a nice little group in here. I wish I had another racket to actually string because people are really flowing in here now. But yeah, does anybody have any last burning questions? I actually have nothing to do today. But I'd love to do like a Q&A sometime. I think I'm actually going to keep that though for members. So once again, check out our membership on our community. That's exciting. It's fun to really like I said, start doing this more, like really going full on. Because like I said, I haven't had really a lot of time. Like the spare time that I have in my college life, I have put a lot of it to this channel, which I wouldn't have changed or would not want to change either way. But guys, 52 minutes. Went through this pretty good. Thanks so much for watching. Thanks to our members. And yeah, if you have any last burning questions, just let me know. And Australian Open is right around the corner. We just had Felix, fellow Canadian, win Adelaide, I think. And I watched the Monfils match last night against, oh my God, I'm blanking on his name. He didn't play great. Zizou Bergs, yeah, that poor guy. Monfils is like, let's talk about that real quick. Monfils is the best pusher ever. Ever. And people are like, oh, pushers are always junior tennis or club tennis. Guys, there's guys that play in the Pro Tour and Future Tour that push so hard. This guy literally stands 50 feet behind the baseline and is just bunting back. And this Bergs guy did not know what to do. Like, he's younger. He's like top 50 though. Like, he can play. And he was driving this Bergs guy insane, Monfils. And just like forehand net, forehand 6 feet wide. And like this guy just didn't have patience for Monfils. So it was very, very interesting to watch the veteran Monfils, play well. And he's 38. He's turning 39 soon, which is insane. And he just won that 250, which is impressive. I live with a French guy, so he was so fired up last night. One of our tennis guys, so. Anyway, guys, take it easy. We will see you guys in the next live, next video. Like and subscribe if you're not doing that. That's important. Check out our community. And yeah, guys, take it easy. Cheers. Thanks for stopping by.